Welcome to a demonstration for Carbonize on Modernize for Microsoft SQL Server. What we're going to demonstrate today is how to transform a backup of a Microsoft SQL server. This in particular is a Microsoft SQL server backup for Server 2008. Running Microsoft SQL Server 2008. The Modernize for Microsoft SQL will transform this Microsoft backup of Microsoft SQL on a Microsoft server, transform it so that it's operational on Linux, but still running Microsoft SQL. It's important to note is the IP address of the system we're going to use. It's important because we'll use Azure Data Studio to connect to this database. In order to perform this transformation and migration, it's quite simple. Only a few steps are required. The first is to agree to install the server. The next is to provide the database name from which the backup came on your original Windows server. Provide the name of the backup file, and now provide a new password for this Microsoft SQL 2019 server. And here we have the end user license agreements that are provided, which you'll need to accept, noting that if you don't type yes, you may not be able to proceed. And the final step is to enter the type of license that you have purchased. Because this is a demonstration, we'll use the developer license. Noting that in a production environment or an enterprise environment, you will need to enter the type of license that you have paid for. And lastly, the language. And with that, the migration is complete. A full report of the migration can be found using the report.txt file. As you can see, it lists the name of the system, the IP address, the database name, the backup file name, and your password, just for reference, as well as the information about what was transformed and migrated for you from your Windows system onto this Linux system, noting that both of them are running Microsoft SQL Server. However, this system is running Microsoft SQL Server 2019. And now with that, let's try and connect to the database. Remember the password that you provided earlier, as this is the password that will be required to log into the system. here we can see that the database has been migrated and transformed onto this new Linux-based system, Linux Red Hat, Enterprise Server 8.4, however, still running Microsoft SQL Server 2019. We can see the database that was migrated, which is Wide World Importers, and all the tables. And it is that simple to migrate an existing or potentially an out-of-date or unsupported Microsoft SQL database onto something far more contemporary and potentially lightweight on Linux, but still running Microsoft SQL Server 2019 in 3 easy steps. And with that, we'll conclude the demonstration. Thank you.